Thanks to Casetify for sponsoring this video. So I have already done a video on my everyday carry, which you can see on my channel, but I want to quickly run through the things that I've taken with me on this trip to Iceland. First up is the iPhone 14 Pro, my current daily driver, my current smartphone. I've done so many videos on this already. I did want to take some quick pictures and videos, but most of the stuff that I'll be shooting on my mirrorless anyway. I also took the Apple Watch Ultra. Now I'm usually using my Series 7. You can see I have my Series 7 on here right now. But I did take the Apple Watch Ultra with me, mainly because the battery life. The battery life on this is phenomenal. And of course, because I'm in Iceland, it's going to be a lot more of a rugged watch. It's going to be better if I'm hiking or whatever else. I mean, I don't expect to be doing anything crazy, but having the battery life alone, I think is just worth it for this watch. I have the AirPods Pro 2nd generation. These are amazing. I just have them on me all the time because they just fit in any pocket. I don't actually use them on flights. I mainly use them sort of on the go, or when I'm waiting around, I just need to kill some time, maybe listen to some music, watch some TV shows, or go through some TikToks or whatever. Yeah, I'll use the AirPods Pro 2nd generation. Another thing I bought are these hand warmers. I actually think these are the best purchase that I've made for the whole trip, because there's something that I didn't even know I needed until I got them. They come apart so you can have one in each hand, and they're basically just stuck together with magnets. And there is a button on here which you can use to turn them on. And yeah, even on the lowest setting, so they have 4 different heat settings, even on the lowest heat, it is more than warm enough to keep my hands warm. I usually just put each one in a pocket in my jacket when I've sort of finished using my camera, or when I finish doing whatever I'm doing with my hands outside of my pockets. I can just slip my hands into my pockets and warm my hands up very quickly with these. These are awesome, honestly. Like, these I think are well worth the money. And another neat feature with them is that because they're 5,000 milliamp hours each, so 10,000 in total, there is 2 USB ports on them, a USB-A and a USB-C, and you can actually use it to charge your phone or charge any other devices, which is awesome. It basically acts as a battery bank. So if you don't need to heat your hands and you want to recharge some devices, you can do that too. I think I got these for around £40, and for the money, they are well worth it. Next up, we have the bags and suitcases. So I of course have the ULX backpack, which is the essential. I have to have this. It's big enough to carry everything I need, including my laptop, iPad, and headphones. Having the dedicated laptop compartment is awesome as well, as then it separates the rest of my gear from my laptop. I also usually put whatever sling I have for the trip inside the backpack itself, so that when I'm out and about, I don't want to be carrying around a backpack, I can have this sling instead. There's also a front compartment where I put things I need quick access to, things like cables, battery banks, etc. This backpack is perfect for traveling. It has enough space for everything that I need. Inside the backpack, I have my 14-inch MacBook Pro, and I usually do carry around my M2 MacBook Air, but because I knew this was going to be more of a sort of work trip, I knew I needed the power, I took my 14-inch MacBook Pro with me instead. I've already done a review on this machine, but it never fails to impress me how much power there is packed into such a small package. I have the Impact Clear case on it from Casetify, which is ideal for traveling as it protects the whole MacBook. The Eco Shock corners are embedded with Casetify's Eco Shock absorption technology to ensure that it protects the device. Naturally, when going through security at an airport, you do need to take your laptop out, put it in the tray. So having this case is actually brilliant, because knowing that I could put it in the tray and knowing that it's protected, especially on the corners, because I don't really want to scratch it or scrape it or dent it or anything like that. Yeah, this case does a fantastic job. There's also the MacBook Privacy Screen Protector that filters out blue light to protect your eyes and prevent eye strain during longer periods. Casetify also have this insane video on their website showing them dropping the MacBook to demonstrate how protective the case is. I hope it never comes to that with my MacBook. I also brought my iPad Pro with me, so usually I do carry the iPad mini, but I wanted the iPad Pro, I wanted the bigger screen, I wanted the more power, so I brought that with me instead. This also has a similar protective case from Casetify. It's the Ultra Folio. Again, it's designed to protect the iPad from everyday knocks, especially the corners. Great thing about this case is that it also doubles as a stand for your iPad, so you can stand your iPad up at different angles. There's also a neat little Apple Pencil holder so that I can't accidentally get knocked off. Both of these products, as well as their screen protectors, are designed to give you 360 all-round protection to your device's screen and overall health. Casetify are usually known for phone cases, but they do offer cases like this, which are ideal to protect your other devices. And you can take it a step further and customize them with your own prints to make them unique for you. You can use my link casetify.com/Olia to get 15% off your order. Make sure to check them out. Next up, I have the AirPods Max. And yeah, I do have this silly sort of bra case thing that it comes with. I feel like it's just the easiest way to protect them. But yeah, these headphones are absolutely amazing, especially when it comes to flights. The noise cancellation on these just blows me away. Every time I use them on flights, it just amazes me how much noise it can drown out. I can focus on the music or the video that I'm watching on my iPad or on my phone. These do usually just stay in my backpack. They're not something I use all the time. I only really use them on flights or when I'm back at the hotel, mainly because it's just more convenient carrying around my AirPods Pro 2 instead of having these around my neck or sort of attached to me somewhere. For this trip, I bought the Bellroy camera sling bag. It's a 10-litre bag, and I usually do use my ULX sling, but I needed something a bit bigger and I needed something that had dividers in it for my camera. Yeah, this is perfect. It is pricey though. I think it's $180 or something like that. It is a lot of money for a sling bag, but because it's protecting a £4,000 camera, I feel like I'd rather make sure that I buy something proper to protect something that valuable than something that really isn't going to do the job. So as I mentioned, it does have dividers inside to organize your camera and your lenses. It also has a bunch of pockets to sort out other accessories such as batteries and SD cards and whatever else you need for your camera. You can of course use it to organize other essentials as well. I use the front pocket just to hold like sunglasses or glasses and my MagSafe battery bank as well. It even has detachable straps so that you can attach a tripod to the bottom of it. I like it. I like the look of it. It's sort of made from recycled material, I think, recycled plastic or something like that. But yeah, protecting my Sony a7R5, which I took with me on this trip, no problem at all. It's fantastic. So the camera I took with me on this trip is the Sony a7R5. This actually isn't my camera, it's my friend's camera, Jamie. Shout out to Jamie for lending it to me. So I wanted something that could shoot super high resolution pictures, and the Sony a7R5 is perfect for that. It has a 61 megapixel sensor in this thing. And the idea is that because I've gone on this trip, I want to be able to take super high resolution pictures that I can print, I can blow up, because these are pictures I'm not really going to get back. These are pictures that I feel like are just sort of once in a lifetime thing. I don't really anticipate myself going back to Iceland again. So I wanted to make sure that I could get the best pictures I could. What surprised me about this camera is actually how similar it is to the Sony a7 IV. The body itself is pretty much exactly the same as the Sony a7 IV. The only difference is the flip out screen has obviously a lot more movement in it. There's a lot more things you can do with the flip out screen. Other than that though, the rest of it is exactly the same. On the camera itself, I'm using a Peak Design strap, and yeah, pretty awesome strap, does the job. It has some nice sort of rubber grips here so that when you have it on your shoulder, it doesn't slip off. But usually I sort of have it over my neck anyway, because having it on my shoulder and having this expensive camera, I really don't want it to slip off. So I only took one lens with me on this trip, and that is the 28-200, because I just wanted to keep it as lean as possible. This lens always blows me away at how much it can do for something that's just so small. Going all the way from 28, which is quite wide, to 200, which is very zoomed in, and the compression you get from 200 is fantastic. The lens itself might not be the sharpest. I don't think you're going to get super sharp tactile sort of images, but for the type of images I'm taking, this lens and this whole setup, it was just perfect for me. For the carry-on, I've gone with the Level 8 cabin suitcase. I would absolutely love a Rimowa, and I probably will buy one at some point, but for now, this is what I have. It's very affordable, and I bought it from Amazon, which made it very easy to get. My favorite feature by far is the front pocket, where you can store things like a laptop, an iPad, and a bunch of other stuff. I've put a huge battery bank in here as well, so that I don't have to have it in my backpack, so that it's not adding additional weight to my back. It has 2 inner compartments to organize your stuff, and the divider also has zips in it to further organize your things. For the price, I think it's actually really good. I have this ULX dop kit, which can sort of work in 2 different ways. You can of course use it as a toiletry bag, but you can also use it as a sort of tech organization bag, and that's exactly what I've done. I consider this my essential sort of tech kit. So everything in here is stuff that I know I'll definitely need for any trip anywhere. So everything in here always stays in here, and it only comes out when I am traveling. It contains the Minix 100 watt travel adapter that has 3 USB-C ports and 1 USB-A port. enough to charge everything that I have. I also have the MagSafe Duo charger. I bought this when it first came out and there wasn't anything else like it at the time. Now there are a ton of cheaper alternatives, but I've stuck with mine. It's a great way to charge my phone and my Apple Watch at the same time. When it comes to the shoes that I chose for this trip, I've gone with the On Running Cloudrock 2. They're sort of all black and grey hiking boots, and these are phenomenal, by the way. They might look big and bulky, but they're actually really light and very comfortable. And when walking any trails, I had no issues getting them muddy and wet. My feet stayed completely dry. All of these B-roll shots were of course shot before I actually ruined them. But yeah, really nice pair of boots and just goes with the sort of all black look I was trying to go for. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video of me sharing my essentials, everything that I take with me, everything that I've taken with me on this Iceland trip. It does change here and there sometimes, but the bulk of it pretty much stays the same. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter and subscribe for more.